What's going on, guys? It's Brian Daniels. I'm still here at Square Circle Expo 6. That's right, that's right. Yeah. And I am joined by the lovely Missa Kate over here.
That's me. I'm Missa Kate. I'm
That's
the lovely
her.
Missa Kate.
That's
Chicago
right.
sweetheart.
That's right.
I'm going to keep interrupting you.
That's fine. So, if people don't know who you are, tell them all about yourself.
I'm going to let Mr. Lewis, head of You or More, tell me because he does such a fabulous job.
That's right. So Missa Kate, retired pro wrestler now. Before that, she was Chicago's sweetheart. She wrestled all over the U.S. And she's just got a great list of accomplishments, right? She's seen her on AEW, TNA, a lot of the big indies. She was there. But now her work is with You Are More. That's us. So we are a mental health initiative. We've been seen on TNA Wrestling. So they had a campaign called Suplex the Stigma, and that was a fundraiser for NAMI, so National Alliance of Mental Illness. So they had a really great campaign that was highlighted by Santana, Nick Nemeth, Jeff Hardy. When he came back, he wore the You Are More shirt at Against All Odds in Chicago. So that's kind of how we blew up in the wrestling scene. And Missa, she's just been a really close friend of ours for as long as we can remember. So she's always been waving our flag. So she's our ambassador. She's helped us expand to now more charitable giving. So Chicago Canine Rescue, helping place dogs in loving homes get adopted, not to shop. So just expanding our giving, and Missa's a big part of that now.
And that's why I handed him the microphone because I can't memorize all that.
Yeah.
But no, they're great guys. That's right. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. But no, I am now exclusively a You or More brand ambassador. So, but yeah, Missa Kate, Chicago sweetheart.
So, I gotta tell you, that's amazing because I actually have depression and anxiety myself, and so anybody, you just gain even more points for someone such as myself knowing that you're doing that. So, what made you decide to retire? What's that all about? Huh?
I know that's the question I've been getting all weekend.
Yeah.
So honestly, like I made a promise myself. I started when I was like 21, 22. I was like, you know what? By 30, that's it for me because I'm like, I want to give this wrestling thing a try. It was my first love. I wanted to give it all I got. And I remember at the beginning of last year, so beginning of 2025, I was like, all right, 30's right around that corner, so I'm going to give it everything that I got. And for some reason, I felt like, again, like I don't like to, I don't like labels. I don't like saying I'm a certain religion, but I believe in God. I have faith. And I just felt like last year, for whatever reason, God kept putting roadblocks like, hey, nope, not for you, like not yet, whatever the case is, right? So I was just kind of like, all right. So he has a different chapter for me. I had to close this one, even though I'm still here. But I think part of it is so then I can work with brands like You or More. And so it's this way. It's my loophole, as I like to say, where I'm like, I still love it. My body loves it. I can tell you that much. Body feels way better. But yeah, I promise, like, once I'm 30, like, that's kind of it. But there's still cool stuff to do, I mean, look at this face. You can't get rid of it. It's really pretty. I want to do that to you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would imagine not have to take bumps anymore is probably a good thing, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, my body feels great. What people don't realize, so, like, not everybody, but a lot of wrestling people, a lot of wrestlers, what happens is once they start doing shows, they actually don't train anymore. And I have such like an athlete mentality where it's like, no, I'm starting to do shows, I train harder. So I was still training minimum twice a week, 3 hours in the ring each time. Sometimes I would train in the morning, do cardio for 2 to 3 hours before driving 3 hours to a show. So because I was like, no, I got to be the best at this sort of thing, right? I love this. I got to put everything into it. But yeah, I used up a lot of my bump card in 7 years because I'm like, I got this, guys. I got this.
What's it been like for you, like doing shows like, this is an excellent show. Was this your first time here at SCX?
No, this is either my second or third. I don't remember, but thank you. See, this is why he's here. He gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah.
But no, I like it. Last year I was on the main show. This year, and this is what everyone's like, I thought you were retired. Now I'm seeing you around. Ed, the owner of Squared Circle Expo, both him and Heather, love him to death. Heather's his wife. Love him both to death, and I just couldn't pass this up because he's always been so great to me. So I was like, this would be my send off for him, But yeah.
That's great. Yeah, Ed and Heather, they're amazing. We love them to death. Do you do any other shows like this?
No, this is my last one. Like I've done other ones. I've been to Big Event New York. I've been to what else did I do, Dad? Starcast. See, bump card. I don't remember.
Yeah.
She shows up to like local initiatives. So we did a Children's Miracle Network private party where it was her and Brittany Brooks. So they were our special guest hosts and raised $1,000 for kids that are sick. But that's just another example of where kind of like the relationship started. Like Missa's got a really nice following and her fans are very dedicated to what she's doing. So that was kind of like the beginning of how everything kind of went into fruition with Missa.
So now that you're officially retired, what can fans of Missa Kate expect from you now in this, I would say, twilight of your career at this point?
Right. Well, obviously working with you or more, that's the main thing that I'm.
That's fantastic. I love that, by the way.
I know, right? I'm great. No, but that's like the main thing. Just kind of seeing like with the following, how he said, I am very blessed. The fans that I do have, they're very, dedicated. So, and they've even jumped on the You Are More brand with me. So just seeing how we can expand that. So we're trying to come up with additional ideas for that. But also, like, I have a love for animals. So I work with dogs outside of here. I'm a little doggy matchmaker. I'm pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. So if anybody wants a dog, to rescue a dog, adopt, don't shop.
I'm a big believer in that. We got one of them over by where we live down in southern Indiana.
Nice. Okay.
And those kind of shops.
Yeah.
And we're trying so hard to get them out of our town. So
yeah, those people suck that do that.
do.
Yeah, they're horrible. Yeah, we should really kick them out.
We totally should clothesline the shit out of them. That's what you should do.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, do it right now. Break the door down. Get out of here. You know what I mean?
Don't show the camera of who we're looking at, but we're looking at somebody. But yeah, so just kind of like that. But yeah, still follow. Like, I love this. I liked entertaining still. I have to get it out of my system.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody has any ideas, feel free,
And then lastly, how important is it for you to have the ability to interact with your fans in ways like this? Like, I know you have a lot of people that love what you do. I personally, enjoy that you're doing this stuff for people that have mental illness. I think that's super important to someone like me. How is that important to you to have these interactions with these real-time, face-to-face interactions with people like that?
No, it's amazing. And that was always, like, when I joined wrestling, this was, like, my favorite thing. That's why when I met Lewis with You Are More, I was just like, I love what they're going for and, like, everything that they stand for. And I'm like, this was one of my favorite parts. Everyone keeps asking me today, do you miss it? And I keep saying what I miss is this interaction with the fans and, like, performing in front of people. But just, I like the fact that people, for some reason, feel comfortable enough to share stories with us, whatever that case is. Like a gentleman shared something very personal. A couple shared stories very close and personal with us today. So it's really cool that people feel like that comfort level, and that's what we want to do. We want people to understand, like, hey, like, life it sucks sometimes. And a lot of times, if I'm being honest, we make it harder. Life's really not that hard. We make it harder.
I think we're our own worst enemy a lot of times, right?
All the time. Yeah. Self-sabotage is fucking... I'm great at it, let me tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. I think it's just you radiate that kind of energy. Like, I can even just tell sitting next to you that you're the kind of person that I could even find my side. I've had some trauma, for real, to open up to. And so that's probably why a lot of people come to you, because you just seem like a very welcoming person that they feel comfortable. And I'll tell you, somebody that struggles with that kind of stuff, we're not as open to anybody. Yeah. We don't just tell anybody about our struggles,
it's like you can feel the vibe. Yeah, you can feel the vibe. It's like how you said, it's like you like to say aura. That's your word.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
He always says, "Got a good aura." So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time, both of you guys, for being part of our vlog that we're doing here these 2 days here at SCX. And we will drop all of your links down in our description so they can come and find you guys. And thank you guys so much again.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.